Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to the 1894 podcast. And we are here after Bristol City's 1-1 draw away at Hull. And it's been quite a different week in a sense after their disappointment at home to Birmingham, but also a bit of a different feeling around the place after that decent point away at Hull. Here with me is Matiss. Matiss, as always, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. Yeah, a bit more of a positive performance, and I think all Bristol City fans we're a bit more happy with how we performed yesterday. I thought, yeah, we were just a bit more of a threat, creating a lot more chances, and we came away with more than one shot on target, which is a surprise to most. But yeah,
Yeah, we definitely showed more threat going forward, which is a very good improvement on last few games actually, which has been poor. This was the Bristol City 11 that started against Hull. It was Max O'Leary in goal, George Tanner, Zach Viner, Cal Naismith, and Cam Pring as the back four. It was Matty James who was the captain. Jason Knight and Joe Williams in midfield. It was Mark Sykes on the right wing, so no Harry Cornick. It was Naki Wells up top, so no Anis Mehmeti because Sam Bell played on the left-hand side. In terms of how you're feeling, in terms of the team, yeah, expected, reasonable.
I thought Nigel Pearson might consider moving Pring to the centre back role because he did play that part a few times last season, and then put Hayden at left back. But I think,
That
yeah, it was
that is a very good point actually, because Hayden Roberts at Derby played centre back for a lot of it. Yeah, he played in a back three at centre back, but he can play centre back. He's really good defensively, from what I've heard from Derby fans. But yeah, continue.
But yeah, so yeah, he decided to put Naismith at the centre back, which I think questionable. I would have rather put either Pring or Roberts at the other centre back position and the other one at left back. But yeah, midfield. Yeah, so what I would have gone is I would have put Naismith in the midfield instead of Williams because I thought he wasn't great last week. And then,
Mm.
but Matty James and I expected front three as well. I thought after Cornick's performance last week, Sykes deserved the start, and then we went back to Naki Wells up front instead of putting Sam Bell up there. And yeah, Bell was deserved to start again. I would have rather had Anis on the left, but I think Bell still deserves his place in the starting 11. And I thought when he was moved to that left wing position last week, he started to create a few more chances. But that's how we got that Naki Wells chance where he should have scored that. But yeah, but all in all, yeah, starting 11, and we saw Vyman back on the bench and our new signing, Taylor Gardner-Hickman, as well.
Yeah, we haven't talked about Taylor Gardner Hickman, have we? We'll talk about him at the end of the show, as long as previewing our next game against Norwich and the league game against Swansea. So yeah, that was the Bristol City team. Three changes, I think it was in the end. This was the Hull City team. It was Matt Ingram in goal, Louis Coyle from right to left, Louis Coyle, Alfie Jones, Sean McLaughlin, Jacob Greaves at left back, Regan Slater, Jean-Michel Seri as a double pivot, Adama Traore off the right, Ozan Tufan as a 10, Scott Twine, who's a really good player, off the left, and Liam Delap, who's on loan from Manchester City, up top. The major surprise for Hull was probably no Aaron Connolly, but I think I recall Liam Rossini saying he only had half an hour in him, so a surprise or no surprise. No, nothing major there for Hull. To be completely honest, first opening 20-25 minutes, the first quarter of the game, it was abysmal. We were awful. We did not get going in the slightest, and that's what led Hull to their goal. That period of dominance in the first half, Hull had 55% possession. Eventually, they ended up having 62. So we kind of growed into the game in that first period of the second period of the first half. Hull score through Ozan Tufan is a brilliant first time finish. To be fair to him, I think but it's too easy really for Hull to kind of run through our midfield with no real challenges and no real attempt to get the ball off them. The ball goes out right, and then I think it's Liam Delap who kind of moves from centre to right. He gets a beautiful whipped ball in with pace, a lot of it. And Ozan Tufan kind of tucks it away first time to make it 1-0. Max is kind of in. I don't know what Max can do, to be honest, with that one. He's kind of on his left hand post, but Ozan Tufan is in the middle, so it's a bit like stay in the middle. You could blame him. I don't think it's fair to blame him. Yeah, the opening 25 minutes we were really bad.
Yeah, I thought there was more positive signs than the previous games, but I think we were still a bit sloppy, giving away possession. That's what led to the goal. We lost possession in the midfield. They got us in a bit of a sticky situation. Went through Cow's legs, I think, and then Viner couldn't block the shot from block the cross from Delap, who I thought was a real threat as well, on loan from Man City. But yeah, went in and then couldn't really. I think with poor marking, poor position. I know it was a bit on the count, well, kind of on the counter from them. But yeah, should be doing better. Can't really blame Max. But yeah, I think it wasn't a great quarter. But I think we responded well after that. To be honest, I thought it would go a bit downhill, but then we came back quite strong, I thought.
Yeah, for after the opening sort of 20-25 minutes, as I said, we dominated that from there on. I think we dominated the game, to be honest, despite not having more possession than Hull. We had, in my opinion, we probably had the better chances, or more chances at least. We played really well. Joe Williams misses a sitter, quite frankly, is a it's kind of what you expect from a defensive midfielder, that finish.
Yeah, it was. We created a lot of chances. A few of them, really, they should be going in. It should at least be on target. He was leaning back as he took the shot. You got to take you got to really have a bit more quality there. But yeah, as you said, he is a defensive midfielder. But also Sykes had a chance as well, right near the 6-yard box, blazing it over the bar. Naki Wells with he had an overhead kick chance. I thought that was a great save. That was a good reflection, good reaction time from the whole City keeper. But yeah, it was just, there was a lot of chances just in the box. One time we were shooting 5 times and it just kept deflecting off their players. But yeah, it was positive though. We were getting forward. I thought Sykes had a brilliant game as well. I think he showed a lot more threat than he usually does. Well, he obviously assisted our equalizer as well. But yeah, all in all, yeah, it wasn't bad.
No, I agree. I think we showed, as I said at the start, we showed a lot more threat, and that's the main thing. We kind of made sure when we got into those kind of 1/3 positions where we're not quite there, but we made sure we got into those positions where we could score goals. And just sometimes Hull, their back line, Louis Coyle, Jones, McLaughlin, and Greaves just literally just threw their bodies on the line, which is pretty. If our back four did that, we'd all be going, "Wow, that's unbelievable defending." So kind of props to them for that. So look, some of them we were just unlucky. It's not the second half yet. We're not talking about it yet. But the second half, where I think Taylor Gordon Hickman had a shot blocked, who was it? We had, as you mentioned, we had 5 shots blocked at once. So
yeah,
it's not like we didn't get shots off, which was just the case against Birmingham and even Millwall to an extent, even though we won that game, and even Preston actually. The first 3 games, there we go. We took shots, and I think that's clearly been worked on in training over this past week, and I think that's definitely a positive. We looked a threat, and probably the controversial thing from that game was that Naki Wells disallowed goal. Oh no, well, actually, I know why I'm doing that. It was disallowed. Whether he was offside or not, I find it very, very amusing that they didn't have a second angle of that or a third angle of that. They just had one angle, which showed us little to nothing. They didn't have a side-on angle from it, which I found very interesting. And if that goal was onside, and he looks very, very tight, Naki Wells. So basically, for the people who've not seen it, one City player, I think it was Knights. Who was it?
Yeah, I forgot who took the initial shot, but I think it was Jason Knight.
I think it might have been Jason Knight. Might have been someone else. Takes a shot. It deflects off a Hull player, not a Bristol City player, deflects with a Hull player, and then it falls into Naki Wells. Matt Ingram kind of, goalkeeper-esque, maybe anticipating that first shot to go to his right. So he's on the floor. Naki Wells has an open net. He puts the ball in. Initially, Naki Wells goes off, celebrates, looks at the linesman. Linesman keeps his flag down. We think Bristol City have equalised. For like a solid 10 seconds, the linesman keeps his flag down. At what point does the linesman go, actually, it's offside, actually. It's ridiculous. Why does he need that long to put his flag up?
Yeah, it's strange. I'm not sure exactly what the rules are on that offside when it comes off a deflection of the opposition player. But it looked like, for me, the centre back on the left of Naki was playing him on. But I guess if it's very tight, so the linesman wouldn't be able to see, like, because I think it was behind Naki. But he was celebrating. I was jumping up and screaming, and it was like a solid 10-20 seconds, and then he looked at it, and then suddenly he puts his flag up, and then yeah, it's strange. There wasn't many angles from what I saw. It looked like it was tight, but it could have been either way. But yeah, it's a shame because that would have been a great time to score, to carry, like, to get in at half time, still in the game, 1-1. But yeah, I'm happy how we responded. I thought, damn, the momentum would be broken, come back out for the second half, and it would be a different game. But we stayed with it. We no substitutes, and we went through in the second half, last 45 minutes, and we still created a lot of chances, and eventually led to the equaliser.
I think it was Louis Coyle who played him onside. Well, we think that's not the only thing. Maybe playing him onside on the far side to like Naki's left. So look, we haven't got a second angle from it, which I find very, very amusing. But if we could be sitting here complaining if that was like a 91st minute disallowed goal, but it was in the 46th, 41st, it's at the end of the first half. So look, there's still time, and as you said, yeah, we responded really well. No changes at half time. Oh, and also that's the second season. If that goal is onside, that's the second season in a row we've been shafted away at Hull, which is
Oh,
absolutely
yeah.
brilliant. Anyways, I'm not bitter. Look, yeah, I thought we were really, really good back end of that first half. I thought we showed real determination and hunger to go out there and get that goal, which we don't. And there was the urgency and the just general pace was there with our passing and our movement. That was there. That was lacking in the first 3 games. We came out in the second half, didn't make any changes, as you said. 61st minute, I think Hull make a couple of changes. Their kind of saviour and goal scoring off the bench. Maestro Aaron Connolly comes on for Liam Delap. Oscar Estupinian comes on for Ozan Tufan. Some really good quality players there. And that's kind of look. If you look at that, that's kind of what Bristol City having to deal with.
Yeah, no, yeah. Obviously, Oscar Stupinan, he was Hull's top goal scorer last season, and at the start of last season, he was scoring a lot of goals, and he is a threat. So I thought when those two came on, I was a bit worried, but it was the opposite. I felt like they switched off a bit, and then we started to attack. Knight, I thought most of the game he was a lot more known in there. He had a lot of high energy, creating a good threat. He runs through the midfield, finds Sykes on the right, then he plays a beautiful pass to the back post. I think Naki really experienced championship striker. How he kind of fakes to the inside, then gets round. I think it was Greaves, or not sure.
No, might have been their right centre back. Might have been Jones.
Yeah. Jones, and then he gets their tap in, but it was a great movement, and I thought it was a great goal. And then, this time he looked at the linesman onside this time, and he celebrates with the away fans.
Those 2 Hull substitutions came on at 61. Bristol City score on 62. So, look, I think that may have kind of disrupted Hull. But as you said, brilliant from Jason Knight. His turn is magnificent. Gives the ball out wide to his fellow Irishman, Mark Sykes, who, by the way, that cross in is probably the first good quality cross in we've put in all season in the first 4 games. And that leads to a goal because Naki Wells is a goal scorer and he will get into those positions. don't give him balls in the air against Kevin Long and Dion Sanderson. He won't win that. You give him good quality crossing, he will give bloody score. So yes, very, very well deserved as well. And we had a few chances before that. We started the second half brilliantly. We were really, really good. And that goal was kind of coming.
Yeah, yeah, I think it was. But we definitely, I thought throughout the whole game we should have been a bit more clinical with our chances, but it was good to finally get the equalizer. I'm very happy for Naki Wells. I mean, I heard that a stat he hasn't scored from open play in 20 games. It's 14 games since his last goal, which was a penalty. And it's our first open play goal of the season. So good to get that off our back. Another goal. But yeah, it was good. And then but we kept pushing from then. Through the last half an hour. But yeah,
His last goal in the league was also against Hull. So there we go. Nice little stat there. He gets booked on 65 for a foul, which was unfair. I'm not going to complain about that. Adama Traore comes off. No, not that one. For Hull, Harry Vaughan comes on. And at this point, whatever Liam Rosina does, Bristol City is still getting the better of the chances.
yeah, I thought we were still great on the attack, really well. Still lots of urgency. I thought Cal Naismith, I thought he was brilliant today. I thought his passes were just like it's just unbelievable to watch. Like how he distributes it to either the right or the left. Like he created a lot of attacks. I thought, and yeah, I just thought there was a lot of quality there. I want to see him in that central defensive position because well, Dickey will be back. It was just one game; they didn't extend it, I don't think so. He'll be back for next weekend. Well, we play Norwich first, but then away. But yeah, I thought he was great. And yeah, we pushed on, still creating chances, and then it came to the 76th minute, and then we made our first substitute of the game.
Well, yeah, 76th or 77th minute, they were kind of split off into those. We made a triple change with 13 minutes left. Harry Cornick comes on for the goal scorer, Naki Wells. Taylor Gardner-Hickman comes in, and we know that we'll talk about this. He's a versatile player, but he kind of slotted in at right back for George Tanner, who came off. Third substitution is Andy Vyman, who comes on for Sam Bell. And 3 minutes later, Vyman comes off, and Pearson confirmed in the post-match it was the same heel, which is if kind of he's been rushed back too quickly, that's just poor from the club. That isn't that his third time he's done his heel?
Yeah,
first time he did it.
yeah.
He did it in pre-season, I think, and then he came back against Preston. He did it again, and now that's his third time. So we've rushed him back. We're 4 games into the new season, and he's done his heel 3 times already. Look, obviously, we wish Andy the best of luck in his recovery, and God hope that he is not rushed again, because that is just pointless, really. It's just frustrating, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. Like you said, it's very frustrating from a City fan's perspective. Yeah, like very early on in the season, you just can't be doing that. He did play 60 minutes for the under-21s, but you still have to bring it in a bit more slowly. I think, yeah, just twice as well. I mean, the second he came on, I saw took 20, 30 seconds and he was already limping and he was looking at the sub bench, and then he just couldn't stay on, and then 2 minutes later and then he's off for Roberts.
Yeah, then Hayden Roberts, incidentally, goes ahead and plays at left wing, which is a bit bizarre because you've got Anis Bometti sitting on the bench and you've got Yeboah even, who can kind of slot in there if needed. So I found that substitution a bit weird, but Bometti does eventually get a turn, but we'll talk about that in a bit. Hayden Roberts comes on. I thought he showed some really good touches and played some nice passes.
Yeah, I thought it was good again. I think he brings a different type of game compared to Pring. He's a bit more of a. I thought Pring was a lot better on the attack today, but I think Hayden he's also a good threat. He's got a lot of technicality and good ability on the ball. But yeah, I thought I would have put Anis there, but yeah, like you said, he did come on and it was good. Also, yeah, but yeah.
Yeah, as you said, Campring, he kind of showed the Campring that was last season, wasn't it? He got the, I think it was a 90 something minute or late 80s, where he got the ball, he in like edge of his own half, ran, just drove up the pitch, kind of cut inside, cut back out, went up the line, and that's kind of the Campring we've been missing, really. Talking of Campering, signed a new contract the other day. Lots of news we've missed. Signed a new contract, 3-year deal until 2026. Obviously, his deal was going to run out 2024, so that's obviously brilliant news because we get to have him for another 3 years. And um, yeah, brilliant player, and hopefully, from a Bristol City sake, only improves, and I can see it happening.
Yeah, no, he's an amazing left back. I mean, we sent him out on, I don't know, God, how many loans, like.
I'll check now.
But when he came back into the squad, had his breakthrough season, kind of towards the end of the season prior to last, and then he really showed his quality last season on the attack, getting assists. He got a goal as well. But yeah, no, great to put pen to paper and get him for, or extend his deal for another 2 years, and yeah, keep him in the squad now. Zach Viner, hopefully we can have something on that, but that'll be interesting because he's only got one more. Well, we did the 1 year extension on his deal, but yeah, that runs out next year, so that'll be interesting.
You've been on 6 different loans.
Wow,
That is mental.
in a row.
That is really, really mental. I remember he came back in the Dean Holden era, and then got sent out on loan again. It's just a bit bizarre. Yeah, obviously brilliant to have Campering for another couple of years, as you said. I think he'll only improve as a player, and I think he's 24, maybe 25. So look, so brilliant, brilliant age as well. So hopefully that's only a starting point, and that kind of puts to bed some of the kind of soft rumours of West Ham maybe being interested, with them selling Aaron Cresswell potentially. But yeah, I thought Campering was outstanding. Kind of showed his directness and pace about him. Taylor Gardner-Hickman gets a very, very Bristol City welcome on 82, where he gets booked and then shouts at the referee, and I'm going, you brilliant, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Get stuck in, get those yellow cards. Remember when Alex Scott did that in the first few games? He just got yellow cards every other game, and we were all like, "Oh, this man, he's brilliant." But yeah, I thought he was pretty good as well. He had a shot blocked, and at this point, Bush City is still creating again loads of chances despite Hull having more possession.
Yeah, no, yeah, I thought was I think his first touch was when he got that
Yeah,
yellow.
his first touch was the tackle.
Yeah, but no, yeah, settled in straight away. It was interesting to see which position Nigel put him in, but yeah, obviously at that right back instead of Tanner. I still think Tanner needs to improve on that attacking threat, which Pring did bring a lot yesterday. But no, yeah, it was a good side. He didn't have too much time, but he already created. Well, he had his one chance in the added time in the late stage of the game. It was unlucky because it looked like a good shot, and it was just blowing like lots of players in the box. So yeah, bodies on the line. But yeah, I thought he looks like a promising player. But I would like to see him maybe in that midfield position as well. I want to see how he does there.
No, I agree. I think he'd be better suited in that midfield role. I thought Matty James was solid yesterday. I don't think he did much wrong. So Jason Knight was outstanding yesterday. I thought he was magnificent, and I think that's kind of what we expected when we first signed him from Derby, and what Derby fans were saying about him. Because this ball of energy, won't stop running, has technical quality as well, and I think that was on top show yesterday. Few brilliant little turns, his pass into Mark Sykes. Sometimes players at this level kind of just overhit that or underhit it, and that player's going to run back. But he perfectly measured it. Sykes had the quality to obviously put it in the box. But generally, I thought Jason Knight was outstanding. That's probably his, apart from Oxford, first properly outstanding game in the league, probably.
Yeah, I thought he was great. Good performance in this time. Well, he obviously got his brace against Oxford, but this is against a strong side away from home. I thought he was very good and very promising. If we play more like this and have a more attacking threat with Pring, I thought he was a lot better, and then it's great. And I think we have to give props to Max in goal as well. I know, well, he obviously conceded, but I thought he had a lot of shots to be taken care of. Some of them you would expect, but I still think it's good. There was like from the free kick from Twine, it was close to him, but it was powerful. And also that 1v1 against Aaron Connolly, I
Yeah, a couple
thought
of 1v.
when that
And,
ball went through,
yeah.
I was like, this is going to be a goal. It was 1-1. It would have put them 2-1 up, but he stayed down well. The shot wasn't amazing, but he got down well, spread out wide, and he saved it well. I thought it was good today. Distribution still improving. I thought one decision he passed to Viner instead of, I think it was Pring on the left, and then kind of got into a sticky situation, and it created a chance for them. But overall, I think he had a decent game.
Yeah, and for Hull, then Cyrus Christie comes on for Louis Coyle in the 89th minute. But then there's 6 minutes out of time. Then we decide to bring on Anis Mehmeti for Mark Sykes. And look, I think Anis will be an absolutely brilliant player for us, and I'm gonna maintain that. If we go back to his Wickham days, he was brilliant for Wickham under Gareth Ainsworth. That is a much different system because Ainsworth is more, long ball and kind of getting back down, getting on the end of knockdowns from whoever the big man it was up top, with some Vokes and whatnot for Wickham. So a very different system. He won't be getting the freedom of moving all over that front three, but I think there have been signs that he's a very good player, and I think we can. I think we can get the best out of him. I think we need to be patient. And we're giving him 6 minutes at the end of the game, trying to make him, trying to basically ask him to score a goal within 5 or 6 minutes. It's ridiculous, really. So look, I thought Anis Mehmeti needs. I think I still maintain that Mehmeti needs more game time, but I also fully appreciate that maybe Sam Bell at the moment is more ready for what we need. But I don't think we're going to see Mehmeti progress without 90 minutes 5 or 6 times in a row.
Yeah, it's true. I think he needs more game time, like you said. But when he came in from Wickham, when he got on the pitch, we were excited. When he got on the ball, you feel that like attacking threat when he's on the ball with his skills, his ability, his quality. I felt like in the last few games when he came on and when he played, the creative, like the maverick that he is, was kind of taken away. Like the system that we play is a bit different. He can't like really show what he has as much. I feel like if he gets more game time and we let him be like that player, like sometimes you need a selfish player in your team. But yeah, I think he'll fit in well, and Sam Bell is the first choice right now. But if he gets a bit more time on the pitch, I think I've said it quite a few times, but that link up with Hayden, if they get more time with that, like they did at Oxford, no, but he's a great player, and I think he'll bring a lot to the team this season, especially.
And he's also not a bad option to have off the bench with 30 minutes left. But I don't understand why you'd put Hayden Roberts at left wing, who's naturally a left back or a left centre back, over a left winger. Bit weird, bit disappointing. You didn't get to see Yeboah, but with Andy Vyman coming on, I think that was fine. So yeah, kind of eventually went out to a 1-1. We again, for that whole of the second half, I think we had 30 something, but we had 32% possession in that second half. Hull had 68. So again, considerably less possession. But I think that shows we are a much better team on the counter-attack.
Yeah, it is. I think as a team, and what Nigel Pearson wants, we want to become a possession-based team, have control of the ball, and create these chances to have more opportunities to score. But it's shown we've had. Personally, I didn't feel like it was that little possession in the second half as well. I thought we had a lot of chances, but clearly not. But yeah, it really highlights that less possession, better on the counter. Yeah, we'll see if he'll keep trying to force this possession-based style, But yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I also want to say when Cornick came on, he also had a couple chances. He got past his man. I thought he was great. He got past his man on the left hand side, got in. It was a tight angle. I thought if he could lift the ball, he could have got it into that like top right side of the goal. But yeah, it was saved by the keeper. And then when it came to the 94th minute, and he went out for a throw, and then Cornick grabbed. It was like, no, not again, surely. Then 2 minutes later, it happened again as well. I was like, I was on the edge of my seat. But yeah, in the end, it was full time. 1-1. 408, 406 Bristol City.
408, yeah, I think so.
Yeah. I mean, it's a long trip up to Hull on a Friday night. So yeah, respect to them. But in the end, I thought it was a good result, a good performance. I think we should be more clinical, and we could have come away with 3 points there, but they also had a couple chances. But yeah, it was a close game end to end. But yeah, a lot more positive shown, I think.
Yeah, I think a lot more positive than Birmingham, and generally, I'd have taken the point before the game. I'm taking the point after the game. Yeah, I'm fairly happy with how that went. Hopefully, get through against Norwich. How much that happens, I'm not too sure. But yeah, good result against Hull. I think we're ninth in the table, so stop the clocks. Give me top 10. But 5 points from 4 games. Still a bit inconsistent, which is very frustrating. Still, we just need consistency. Draw win. That's fine. But yeah, just need to go. In my opinion, we just need to go on a 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 game run of just not losing, and whether that's similar run to what we had last season, that 12 game unbeaten run, but not with that number of draws, preferably. Just need to be consistent. Need to get if we're going to be challenging, we need to be or want to be the team that we want to be. We need to get more consistency, and we need to make sure we have the muscle memory in terms of winning.
Yeah, if we play like that week in, week out, we're definitely going to see improvement and more results. But I think personally, this season, well, we're still unbeaten away, 4 points out of 6. I think we're going to be a good side away from home this year, and I'm happy that we've got Swansea next as away, because we could put on a good performance and maybe hopefully 3 points. But at home, I think we might seem to struggle, because we obviously play better with less possession on the counter, and I feel like the atmosphere at home, we feed off these like chances and attacks. But when we played Birmingham and Preston, there wasn't really any sense of like urgency in attacks, and yeah, I feel like it'll be a tough season at home, but hopefully we can see improvement there. But yeah, away from home, I see us doing quite well.
At home, I think we might actually be better against the big boys other than Southampton and Leicester and Leeds, who are going to dominate, who are going to come down with big numbers, and maybe even Ipswich. Teams are possession based and going to come down here with and try and get loads of possession, and going to want to dominate the ball in front of their fans. Then we can just go ahead and Sam Bell and Naki Wells and Mark Sykes and Harry Cornick and whatnot, and kind of hit them on the counter attack. Subscribe to the 1894 podcast as well. You can catch us obviously on YouTube, which you're watching here right now, if you can see my face and his face. You can catch us on Spotify and other streaming podcasting platforms as well. So you can catch us on there. And yeah, generally, if you do enjoy it, follow Matiss at All Bristol Talk on Instagram. Just let us know what you do.
Yeah, no, I usually preview, mostly review games, give my thoughts, opinions, discussions in the comments, put in some edits now and then. I always put our predictions on my socials. You can follow me on TikTok as well, All Bristol Talk. But yeah, reviews of the transfer rumors, all the new players, injuries, stuff like that. So yeah, give me a follow and Also, subscribe to Annie's YouTube as well. It's there, Robins Talk. It'll be in the link in description. But yeah, available on Spotify, Apple, Amazon, lots of different platforms. Subscribe to us there. But yeah, thank you very much for listening and watching.
Yes, thank you very much for listening and for watching. We'll catch you all later. Goodbye from me. Goodbye.
Goodbye, guys.